This is a year of celebrating and promoting giant vegetables, and we're still getting a few off of our tomato plants here. That's pretty good for a tomato, a fall tomato off of our magnum plants. The plants are still coming along pretty good. But you know, in visiting with other gardeners from across the state, a lot of people were having troubles getting their vegetables to size up any to speak of. Nonetheless, we still have a winner for our 1993 Giant Tomato Contest. And the winner is Mr. Kenneth Fitzgerald of Midwest City, Oklahoma. Now, of course, Mr. Fitzgerald took his registration form in and his tomato, had it verified at the Oklahoma County Extension Office, and it weighed 3 pounds a half ounce. And he submitted a couple of pictures with the entry, which was required, and you're seeing some of those pictures now. I asked Mr. Fitzgerald to tell us about how he grew the prize-winning tomato, and he told me that it was really kind of by accident. It turns out that his wife bought too many transplants to fit in the regular vegetable garden. So as any good gardener, Mr. Fitzgerald couldn't throw them away. So he took the extra ones and he planted them over by a fence where he had done some composting. And what he told me was he planted the beefsteak variety on April 30th and harvested it on August the 6th. And all he did was use a soluble fertilizer at transplanting time and didn't fertilize it anymore, obviously, because of the compost, and then he staked it to the fence as the tomato plant grew. He didn't do any fruit thinning, and I asked him a little bit more about it, and you can tell in the picture too, there were actually 3 fruit on that particular cluster, but 2 of the fruit never did size up. They stayed very small and green for a long time and eventually ripened, but really weren't anything to brag about. But boy, that one fruit sure took advantage of it and grew and grew and grew to become the prize-winning tomato. Now, Mr. Fitzgerald also gave some good advice. He said that he kept that particular area consistently moist without ever letting it dry out, but he didn't keep it soggy. And obviously that helps in providing enough moisture to avoid tomato cracking and a lot of the other problems like blossom end rot, and that way the plant will grow continually without any stress to the fruit. Well, lastly, I thought for sure the Fitzgeralds would tell me they enjoyed that tomato on maybe a tomato sandwich or in a casserole, but he was so proud of it, he took it around and showed it to so many people, it finally started to decompose, but he saved the seed to try again next year. Well, I'm sure he's glad that his wife bought those extra transplants because he was awarded a $200 gift certificate from Southwood Landscape and Nursery in Tulsa. Now, we had lots of other entries, and I thought you'd be interested to know some of the other varieties that were grown. Varieties such as German, Rutgers, Burpee Super Steak, Beef Master, Big Boy, and Giant Delicious were all entered in the contest, with Beef Master and Big Boy being the most commonly grown. Well, we want to be sure and thank our co-sponsor, Southwood, for helping us with this particular contest this year, and also we want to thank everyone else who entered the contest because there were a lot of great tomatoes and a lot of good entries that were submitted. And again, we want to congratulate our winner, Mr. Kenneth Fitzgerald of Midwest City, Oklahoma, for his winning entry, a beefsteak weighing 3 pounds a half ounce. And we'll be keeping you more informed on our tomatoes. We've got lots still to show you, and we'll probably have to talk Barb into helping us with a segment on green tomatoes.